Okay, good morning. We're going to get started in just a few moments on our presentation today. Today the webinar is on white light, our brightening segment. Again, this week it's just me. Christina's a little bit busy today, so she's not able to attend, but hopefully I'll be able to answer all your questions and help you out with everything that you need. As usual, if you've been attending these weekly webinars, this week we're going to start out by talking a little bit about the philosophy behind the segment, what the treatment is meant to do, and then we're going to talk about some of the professional products, some of the retail products, and some tips for retailing. If you want to see a video demonstration of this treatment, we do have a video up on our website under the training page of our website, so you can see a video there. Obviously, we're not able to do a demonstration very easily over a webinar, so that's the best way to see the practical component, the demonstration. And once again, if you have any questions throughout the presentation, you can just type them in the chat or in the Q&A feature, and at the end we'll be reserving some time to answer your questions and get to those points in the chat. So I guess we have quite a few people joining, and we're going to get started. All right, so this week we are talking about white light. This is one of our most popular treatments from Dalla, Palma. This is the whitening brightening treatment. So why is this treatment so popular? Well, consumer demand for flawless, brighter skin is continuing to rise. And as we've been saying week after week, it is so important as a skin therapist to stay up to date within ingredient trends if you want to remain competitive. Discoloration and pigmentation ranks very high on the list of skin concerns from clients. This is a very common problem and it contributes to premature aging. It's also not an easy problem to solve, and it's something that requires very targeted care, very specific ingredients, and a very specific treatment in order to get results. Much like when we were talking about acne, this is a problem that is something that needs to be maintained and managed, and it is possible to get good results if the skin therapist is using an up-to-date treatment using groundbreaking ingredients, which we have, and if you're following a consistent regimen of skincare following the white light routine. So white light offers a new generation of actives. These harness cell communication to deliver highly effective results in combination with advanced delivery systems to ensure penetration and lasting results. So today you'll learn what these ingredients are, how they work, and why they are the latest buzz ingredients in the white light treatment line. So with the right knowledge and the right plan, you can take charge of your skincare business and offer this lucrative and sought after treatment to your clients. So the problem, let's look at what problem does white light target more specifically. So gray, dull looking skin, unevenness, dark spots, hyperpigmentation. These are all the kinds of problems that a client might come to you looking to resolve. So what causes them? Well, pigmentation is caused, first of all, by the aging process. Next, pregnancy, hormonal imbalances. These are very common causes to create the hyperpigmentation. Pregnancy especially, it's sometimes known as the pregnancy mask, where you get really intense melasma. Some medical treatments can cause pigmentation and uneven coloring. Excessive sun exposure, so tanning when you were young comes back to bite you later and you end up with pigmentation. And next, pollution and irritation are also big causes of pigmentation. So if you're living in a very polluted environment, that can cause the problem to be exacerbated. And with irritation, often you'll see, as you see in this picture, if you have someone who has previously had acne or had a lot of skin blemishes, in certain skin types, that irritation will then, well after the blemish has healed, that will result in a dark pigmentation, a stain on the skin that is very difficult to remove well after the blemish is gone. So all of these different things expose our skin to that look of grayness, uneven complexion, dark spots, and eventually it affects actually almost all women and can cause discomfort. This is something that your clients, depending on their sophistication in terms of skincare, they might not recognize that their problem that they're seeing in their face is due to pigmentation. They might just look at their face and say, I don't know, my skin is just looking blah, I just feel like I look old, I don't know why. That dark spot and uneven pigmentation, it really does contribute to a much more aged appearance. If you think about looking at a child's skin or baby skin, part of the reason it looks so beautiful and so fresh is because it is absolutely even, perfectly unblemished. The skin on all parts of the face is the same tone, and it reflects a lot of light. And that's what makes it look so young and so beautiful. And then, of course, as these issues come up, these causes create more blemishes, dark spots, unevenness. Your skin starts to get darker and more uneven and blotchy and dull, and then that makes it look more and more aged. So the reason for having dull skin and an uneven complexion and these dark spots essentially comes from an imbalance in communication in your cells. And it leads to two major causes, two major components of this issue. So on the one hand, you have irregular production and distribution of melanin, which is the skin's dark pigment. So when you have uneven production, that means your skin's starting to create more in one area, less in another. That creates dark spots and blotchiness on the skin. The next major component to this problem is that your skin stops having the ability to reflect light properly. So because you have this unevenness, it's not reflecting light all over in the same way. Remember what I said about the baby skin. A baby skin is glowing because it's so even that it reflects light evenly all over the face. Once you have that pigmentation, it stops reflecting light, and as a result, your skin looks less radiant and less youthful. So this is that problem that you often get where people say, I just want a glow. I want my skin to be young and glowing. Well, if they're having this problem of uneven complexion or pigmentation, we need to resolve that in order to give them back a fresh glow. Okay, so melanin production. Let's take a look at the melanin cycle, because pigmentation, almost more than any other segment, it's important to understand the full cycle of how it works. So you can really understand why this treatment is working, and you don't just have to rely on my word for it, you'll understand the process of why it works. So melanin is produced in the deepest layer of your epidermis in these yellow spots you'll see here called the melanocytes. So melanin is produced in these, melanin or skin pigment, is produced in these melanocytes thanks to an enzyme, tyrosinase, and an oxidative reaction. The oxidative reaction causes the darkening of the melanin that was produced. So then, once the melanin is created in these yellow melanocytes, it is incorporated into these melanosomes, these granules or vehicles that then move the melanin up through the surface layers of the skin and up to the surface of the skin, providing your skin with color. So if you look inside the box here, you can see that this is sort of like the formula for melanin production. You need tyrosinase, and then tyrosinase goes through these oxidative processes to break down into the black-brown color of melanin or the yellow-red color of melanin. Now, when we look at light reflection in the skin, a young skin has that rosy, radiant look, and it reflects light evenly thanks to a smooth skin surface. So think of like a mirror. The smoother it is, the more it's going to reflect light. It also has better light diffusion from the skin's deepest layers where the chromophores are found. Chromophores are substances that interact with the light, and they're responsible for colors that our eyes can see. So the two most important chromophores we have are melanin and collagen. With time, the skin's surface becomes less smooth, and those chromophores are not able to travel to the surface, or they're not able to reflect light to the surface. So think of it like a pond. If you have a pond that is perfectly calm. The surface of the water is smooth, like on a young skin. You have no wrinkles. The light can reflect easily to the bottom, and it looks like a clear, beautiful lake. If you have a lot of ripples and waves in the water, the light can't travel down and it can't reflect up, so it gets darker and murkier. The same thing happens with your skin. When it is smooth and light, or smooth and even, the light can pass through. When it gets bumpy, the light gets trapped and it doesn't glow. So from white light, we have the solution from Dalla Palma Professional. This is a solution to restore brightness to the skin and counteract dark spots with a powerful anti-aging action. Once again, we use our Hyaluronic complex. This is our trademark active ingredient. It is a dermocosmetic ingredient that is working on a cellular level to give your skin all the nutrition that it needs to be able to operate properly. So we have 20 amino acids, 16 vitamins, 6 trace elements and minerals, 3 nucleic acids, 4 ceramides, 2 cellular osmoprotectors, and 3 hyaluronic acids. All of this has a multi-active bio-revitalizing action to give your skin everything that you need to be balanced and working properly, optimize your skin so that then we can go in with further active ingredients and treat it in a better way. One thing that's important to note is that in the white light line, the 51+3 Hyaluronic complex has a higher volume of vitamin C and vitamin PP, which are 2 vitamins that regulate the pigmentation processes, and it helps the formation of an even and bright complexion. So once again, remember that in every segment, this Hyaluronic complex is present, but the balance of ingredients in the complex is going to change. So in the white light line, we have more of those vitamins that are going to help you for bright and even skin. Paired with our Hyaluronic complex, we have the newest, most advanced active ingredients. White light treatment contains pro-white B spheres, which is a complex that is going to adjust melanin production. And we also have the diamond lightning complex, which increases the ability of the skin to reflect light, and it gives instant brightness to the skin and counteracts wrinkle formation. Both of these ingredients are going to work to bring back a new and radiant light to the skin. In addition to those 2 sort of hero active ingredients, we also find a slew of other ingredients that are going to work really well to brighten and even your skin. First, we have pinosylvin. This is from pine resin. This is an antioxidant and epidermal cell messenger. This improves cell communication. Remember that the philosophy with Dalla Palma Professional is that somewhere along the way, there has been a breakdown in the way your skin operates. Your skin is supposed to naturally be able to operate in a healthy way. But somewhere along the way, there's been a breakdown. The wrong message has been sent. It's like a game of telephone. The wrong message has been sent along the way, and now your skin is suddenly producing too much melanin, or now your skin is suddenly not reflecting light properly. So we want to get down to a cellular level and improve cell communication so that the right cellular messengers can get through and get your skin back to operating on a healthy, natural level. So pinosylvin is one of the ingredients that will do that. Next, we have fluoretin, which is a broad-range antioxidant. This is going to protect your cell's DNA. It increases cell turnover, and it reduces UV-induced discoloration. So without using a sunscreen, you are going to prevent UV damage and UV discoloration. It also prevents glycation, and it provides energy to skin cells. Next, we're going to use diacetylbondine. This is a bark extract, so from a natural source, that is known as Lumiskin. This is a quick-acting skin lightening, brightening agent, and this is going to work on that tyrosinase, which starts the melanin production. We're also going to have chrome corrective spheres. These have a dual delivery system to act on the surface to give you that instant color correction, and it's also going to work in depth on the melanocytes. So it's very important because it's going to give you that instant result. Clients today don't want to have to wait around for 4 weeks to get full results. So when you have that surface color correction, that means they're going to see an instant result from the first treatment right away when they apply their products. but also that product is going to be working in depth at the same time to work at the root of the problem on the melanocytes. And finally, we have vitamin PP, which is also known as B3 niacinamide. This is going to prevent the transfer of melanin to the surface. It is healing, anti-inflammatory, hydrating, and it stimulates collagen and elastin. So overall, vitamin PP is a very beneficial ingredient. So now let's look at pro-white B spheres action a little bit more in a little bit more detail. On the surface, it's going to counteract chromatically the visibility of dark spots, blemishes, and uneven complexion to achieve a more uniform complexion instantly. So that means on the surface is going to instantly work with these pro-white B spheres to instantly reduce the visibility of those dark spots. In the meantime, in depth, is going to be working to regulate melanin production for a more uniform pigmentation of the skin and radiance that glows from within. So it fights dark spots, uneven skin tone, and dullness. Again, this is one of those ingredients that you're going to be getting an instant result, and at the same time, you know it's working in depth to correct the root problem. So the skin is going to get better over time as you continue using this product. So pro-white B spheres give you an intensive brightening and anti-dark spot action. There's a synergic adjustment of the production of and distribution of melanin, plus a dual delivery system which performs on several skin layers. On the surface, those chromocorrective spheres are laid on the surface, and they're going to stay there to achieve an instant color correction, counteracting the appearance of spots, blemishes, and unevenness, and bringing immediate improvement to the complexion. These spheres are coated with a micronized titanium and magnesium, and additionally, they are UVA sun filters and anti-free radical agents. They have a matte effect with no white residue. And then underneath the skin surface, these liposomal microspheres are going to carry the pro-white B spheres' other actives to the melanocytes. So it's going to increase their effectiveness to obtain quicker, more visible results because the liposome structure is made so that it can penetrate the skin. Remember that with Dalla Palma products, we're always using optimal veiculation. So all the products are, or all the ingredients I should say, are formulated in such a way that they're able to penetrate deeply into the deeper layers of the skin where they need to work. If you're gonna work on whitening, you need to get to those melanocytes. So it is very important that you're using an ingredient that can travel down to the melanocytes and actually work on that spot in the skin. If you can't bring the ingredient to the melanocytes, you're only working on the surface, you're only getting at half the problem. You're not targeting the root cause. So because of the delivery system that we have with these pro-white B spheres, we're able to give a more holistic approach, and we're able to solve the problem stop the whole cycle and stop the problem from the root. So here we can see how do the pro-white B spheres, when we say it has a synergic adjustment of the production of melanin, how does that work exactly? Remember I said to you, it's going to be very important to understand how the melanin is created because we are actually going to work on that exact process. So first, it works with external factors and aging using the 51+3 Hyalu complex. So this is going to counteract the action of free radicals, external agents, and the aging process. And it's going to stop those processes and those factors that might cause an overproduction or an irregular production of melanin. So the first step, we want to target and prevent those external aging factors that are going to cause pigmentation. Next, we want to improve cellular communication. So we're going to do that using glycans. Glycans bring back the balance of the correct communication with cells. So it makes it easier for these skin brighteners to reach the skin's deepest layers where those melanocytes are located. 3, we need to work on the melanocytes or melanin synthesis or melanin production. We're going to do that with the pro-white B spheres. These control the melanin formation, and we're going to rebalance that tyrosinase enzyme thanks to using our ingredient pinosylvin and Floritin We're going to rebalance the amount of tyrosinase, because if we have too much tyrosinase, then we're going to create more melanin. So we want to rebalance how much of that we have. And then we're going to stabilize it in its inactive form using diacetylbutadiene. So that's what the pro-white B spheres is going to do. Next, we have phytic acid. This is an amazing active ingredient that works against hyperpigmentation. This is going to encapsulate and trap the copper and iron ions that tyrosinase needs to start that melanin production. So phytic acid is going to go deep into the cells and is going to trap those ingredients. So tyrosinase is in the skin and it's trying to start this oxidative process to create melanin. It needs copper and it needs iron, but our phytic acid has taken that away, so the tyrosinase cannot be converted into melanin. On top of that, this phytic acid is also going to increase the cell renewal process. So it's going to reduce melanin on the surface of the skin and in depth, because it's going to be creating new cells. So those old cells that have been over-pigmented with melanin are going to be turned over and replaced with fresh, rebalanced cells. Finally, we're going to use vitamin C. Good old vitamin C is an amazing active ingredient, and it's something that so many people are looking for. Our vitamin C is going to fight free radicals and irritants, and it's going to reduce oxidation and the creation of new melanin by hindering new melanin from being made, and therefore stopping these very dark spots from appearing. I just want to take a moment to talk about vitamin C. This is an ingredient that a lot of people know as a brightening ingredient, something that they can use to achieve a better glow. But vitamin C can be difficult to make a stable form of vitamin C. And it also comes in a wide variety. We know this even if you go to the drugstore and you try to find vitamin C as a vitamin to take for yourself. You can find a wide range. You can find a pack of vitamins for $2 for a pack of 100, or you can spend up to $20 for these really expensive, specially formulated vitamins. So the quality of vitamin C really varies. With the Dalla Palma, we are getting a very high quality vitamin C, and we're also getting a very stable form of vitamin C. So we know that it's going to work and is not going to break down. So it's going to be very strong. So next, now we've worked on the melanocytes, which is where the melanin is created. Next, we're going to work on the melanosomes. So this is the vehicles, the little cars that are going to transport the melanin up from the bottom up to the surface of the skin. Thanks to vitamin PP, this is going to slow down the transfer of the melanin granules to the skin surface. Oh, and finally, on the skin surface, we are going to use the pro-white B spheres using the chrome corrective spheres to instantly create evenness and reduce the visibility of those dark spots. And phytic acid is going to work on the skin surface to increase cell renewal and regeneration and remove that old melanin from the skin surface. So if you look at this slide, this is very important because it shows you the full cycle of melanin production and how we are going to act with each ingredient exactly on that level. So let's just a quick review. We see the external factors, so the things that cause pigmentation in the first place. We are going to stop that by using the Hyalu complex. Next, cell communication. So external factors might cause aging, but also internally, cell communication gets mixed up and our skin gets told, it receives the message to create melanin when we don't need it. We're going to use glycans to repair that message. Third, melanocytes, where the melanin is created. We're going to use all these amazing active ingredients on the melanocytes to stop melanin from being created. Next, for the melanin that is created, we're going to use vitamin PP to work on the melanosomes or the transfer of that melanin. So that melanin that is created is going to be slowed down and it's not going to transfer to the surface so quickly. And finally, for any of that melanin that does transfer to the surface, anything that's passed through those 4 other steps we've worked on step 5, with the pro-white B spheres and the phytic acid, we are going to remove the melanin through cell turnover, and we're going to optically correct or hide the visibility of that melanin using the pro-white B spheres. So you can see here, sometimes we get people who say, okay, this sounds great, but how do I know that this actually works? What is this going to do to actually stop the pigmentation process? Well, you can look at this slide and you can see on every step of the creation of melanin, we have an active ingredient and we know exactly what it's doing on a cellular level to stop that process. This slide is very important because it really explains to you so you can feel confident that this product is actually working. It's not just hocus pocus. It's not just me saying, hey, try this product. It's going to work great. You're going to look good. No, you know that with each of these ingredients at each step, we are affecting real change on the skin. So next, the next ingredient, this is sort of the more glamorous ingredient. I'm going to talk about the diamond lightning complex. This is an innovative revitalizing complex that contains diamond powder and acetylpentapeptide 35 that reinforces the reflective pigment. So remember that I said there are two main issues we need to target here. One is melanin. Back on this slide, I've told you how we're going to stop that melanin production. But the next problem number 2, is light reflection. Well, with the diamond lightning complex, we're going to target that as well. So now we have a way to target both of those main aspects of dull, uneven skin. So the diamond lightning complex gives immediate brightness to the skin, and it helps the skin to better reflect light. It gives you a more youthful appearance, healthy, radiant glow, and it gives you that look of young skin. You can see here that the rainbow arrow represents light. We want that light to reflect off the surface of the skin, and we want it to reflect off the collagen fibers. With the diamond lightning complex, we're increasing the ability of your skin to reflect that light. The diamond lightning complex also has something called a soft focus effect, which is almost like a primer technology, which is going to be optically correcting your skin to make it look brighter and smoother. So in depth, what does this do? The diamond lightning complex protects cell DNA, which is going to increase the resistance to stress on several layers of the skin. It's also going to help repair damage caused by external agents and the aging process. It's going to repair the collagen fibers. So that's going to give you optimal reorganization of the skin structure to protect collagen and protect the collagen's reflective properties. Or in other words, it's going to repair the collagen so that it can better reflect light. This also works to delay the skin aging caused by UV exposure or oxidative stress. And as I mentioned, we have the soft focus effect, which is going to blur pores and fine lines. I like to think of the soft focus effect as being almost like an Instagram filter for your skin. It's just going to smooth everything out and make everything look a little bit smoother, a little bit softer, a little bit nicer, but in real life. So as a result of the diamond lightning complex, wrinkles and gray areas are going to be less visible. The skin is going to look smoother, it's going to be brighter, and it's going to be more reflective. Next, I want to talk about phytic acid. This is a very innovative new ingredient. It's derived from rice bran, so again, from a natural source. In 1995, it was first used by doctors to replace hydroquinone. Hydroquinone is something that you may have heard of. It was used as a skin lightening ingredient previously, but is very dangerous and not good to use anymore, not recommended. So phytic acid is what has been used to replace it since 1995. In the base layer, it reduces the production of tyrosinase, which is needed for melanin production. So as I mentioned in that previous slide, in the base, it's going to kind of cut off melanin production at the source. It's also a strong antioxidant and anti-inflammatory. So it's going to help you prevent post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. We know that inflammation causes hyperpigmentation. Remember what I mentioned with acne spots, or sometimes even if people have an injury or a scar, they end up with pigmentation there. That is due to inflammation. So if we can reduce the inflammation, and if we can act as an antioxidant, we can prevent that hyperpigmentation from starting. That's what we're going to do with phytic acid. It's used in a concentration between 0.5 in the creams and lotions and up to 4% in the serums to be able to reduce brown spots, brown melanin spots, and that includes melasma. Melasma is something that is very difficult typically to treat because it comes from a hormonal source. You have brown spots that might just be from the sun. So maybe I lay out in the sun for too long and I end up with a sunspot. that's just from the UV rays. That's from something external. There's nothing internal causing that. So I can treat that, and as long as I don't go out in the sun again, it's not so much of a problem. The problem with melasma is that it's something internal. It's your hormones that are creating that dark spot. So as much as you protect yourself from the sun or you prevent yourself from UV rays, you need to target that internal issue. Otherwise, it's just going to keep continuing to produce the pigmentation. So phytic acid is going to work, because it's working in depth by stopping that tyrosinase, it's going to help in cases of melasma, which, as I said, have typically been very difficult to treat. So the phytic acid is found in our white serum lotion in both the professional and the retail. It's found in the spot targeting activator, which is a professional product. It's found in the spot targeting roll-on product, which is a retail product. And it's found in the intensive mask, which is both professional and retail. Vitamin C, I mentioned it a little bit previously, but vitamin C has risen in popularity due to an aging population. We have much more concerns with wrinkles, loss of tone. Everybody wants to ageless skin. We also have more concerns about pollution, which results in toxic overload, sensitivities, free radicals. Globalization, so skin types 3 and higher are typically more concerned with dark circles, dull skin, hyperpigmentation. As we're treating more people with these skin tones, we have more demand for vitamin C to target those people. And everyone sees a flawless complexion as a sign of beauty. So vitamin C is something that everybody wants because we all think vitamin C, that's what's going to give us that glow, that flawless complexion. Now, vitamin C does have limitations because, as I mentioned, it can be unstable and it can have negative side effects when it's used in high concentrations. So sometimes it can be a little bit irritable or it can cause sensitivity. Due to consumers' demand for effective and faster solutions with no irritations, we have created a highly active vitamin C at 79%. So this is an ultra concentrated, highly pure vitamin C. This has a superior technology. 12 years of research has gone into this product. This vitamin C is created in a stable 3D matrix format. We're using ascorbic acid, cellulose, and jojoba seed oil. Because of this 3D matrix format, the vitamin C is very stable. It's not going to break down, and it is not going to create that sensitivity that we've previously seen. This vitamin C is free of preservatives, so it is pure. We use a fresh activation before each use, which means it's not irritating. So the vitamin C comes in these dry pearls of pure powder. We're going to activate it when we use it, and as soon as we activate it, that means it's going to be fresh and you're going to get the best results. And that means the vitamin C has not had time to break down and create all these side effects of irritation. It means it's going to be non-irritating. This is a multi-action ingredient. It reduces wrinkle depth. It's anti-spot. It's lightening and brightening. It's anti-aging. It increases the skin renewal rate. It increases collagen production. It gives you a higher skin density. And then it's anti-free radical and anti-pollution. Basically anything you could want, this vitamin C, 79%, is going to be able to treat. This has proven and tested effectiveness. These clinical and instrumental trials were conducted on Caucasian and on Asian skin types. Now we're going to look a little bit at more of the external agents that cause this damage. As we mentioned, daily exposure to pollution and sunlight can lead to damage of the skin, and this leaves it less firm and radiant. So smog, traffic, waste fumes, cigarettes, heavy metals, dust, all these toxins get in contact with our skin and it forms a suffocating layer. This alters the skin's protective barrier, it increases the production of free radicals, and it increases irritation in the skin. This process is aggravated by UV rays. So a little explanation on UV rays. The UVB light is going to intensify the effect of irritants, so it makes the skin dull and fragile, and this causes hyperpigmentation. UVB is the light that the tanning rays. UVA is the very damaging rays. They're invisible, so they don't necessarily produce a tan, but they're going to penetrate deeply and they're going to break down the collagen and elastin fibers. All of this makes our skin age prematurely, makes it prone to dullness, makes it prone to wrinkles, age spots, unevenness, and dehydration. So we have a product that is going to counteract these processes and protect the skin against external agents. That is our CP Cream Color Perfecting City Protector. This is an anti-pollution UV high protecting perfecting cream. We call it a CP cream because it's color perfecting. It contains perfecting pigments and a universal color, which is going to even the complexion, and it's going to brighten the face, instantly minimize imperfections, and it's suitable for all skin tones. I have the product right here. You'll see that it does have a little bit of pigment. So if you look at it on my hand, it's not pure white. It has a little bit of pigment. But that pigment, as soon as I blend it in, is going to be invisible. This pigmentation is because we have such high UV. Often when you have high UV, it leads to that sort of white cast, the white shade, which is especially visible and very glaring when you're using it on skin type 3 or above. They end up with that gray look. Because of the light pigmentation that's been added to this CP cream, it just counteracts that whiteness. So that, see, I've just rubbed it in and just a moment later, it's completely invisible. This is also a city protector, CP for city protector, because thanks to its latest active ingredients, it protects the skin from pollution, smog, toxins, and other harmful ingredients. All right, it is also the highest protection broad spectrum against UVA and UVB. So broad spectrum sunscreen means it protects against both those pigments, or both those types of UV rays. So this one is going to combat the formation of wrinkles and dark spots. So when you're looking at a sunscreen, it's very important that you're using a broad spectrum so that you're targeting both. Otherwise, you're not really getting full protection. Another important thing to note is that UVB is rated by SPF, but UVA is not rated by SPF. So you could have an SPF 50, but that only refers to UVB rays. It doesn't mean that you're stopping UVA or the aging rays. The grade of UVA is this one, PA with 4 crosses. This is the highest level. This is the highest possible level that is available today. This PA grading, as opposed to SPF, is something that is used in the Asian market, where there's a great concern for these types of sunscreens, broad spectrum. So the 4 pluses indicate that this is the highest level of sun protection available. So in other words, this is a product with very high protection against UVA and UVB. It's also anti-pollution. If you were part of our detox presentation, you know that pollution is just as harmful to the skin as UV rays. So with the CP cream, you are protecting against pollution, smog, and other harmful ingredients. So this gives you a global protection for your skin. The CP cream is something that has been developed to be a finishing treatment at the end of every professional treatment, but is not something that is only in the white light segment. It can be used to end all the treatments because it's going to give you a stronger protection. So after you finish with any segment's finishing cream, you can then finish with the CP cream. It's also almost like a BB cream, but with less pigmentation. It's going to give you that optical finish where it's going to look smooth, almost like you're wearing makeup without wearing makeup, which is a really nice touch to the end of the facial, where people want to be able to see their skin, but they still want to be able to maybe go out afterwards, maybe meet their friends for a drink or meet their friends for lunch without looking all red. The CP cream is going to be a great product for that. This is an all-in-one product, and it's also a home care product. The same package, so you can use one package for professional, and the same product can be retailed. So now I'm going to talk to you about the professional treatment for white light. So we're going to bring back radiance to every skin type through tailor-made, specific, and personalized treatments. With white light, we have 3 different treatments that are going to meet every need. We're going to fight grayness, spots, and wrinkles. So our first treatment, our brightening treatment. This is aimed at dull and gray skin. This is going to make your skin brighter, younger, and more radiant. Our next treatment is the anti-dark spots treatment. So this is aimed at that dull gray skin where you do have the presence of some dark spots. So this is going to brighten and counteract the presence of those dark spots. We're going to even out the skin tone, and we're going to have a brighter, more even complexion. The third treatment that we have is an anti-age and anti-dark spots treatment. So this is going to be for gray, aging dull skin, where you also have the visibility of those dark spots. This treatment is going to brighten the skin, and it's also going to fight wrinkles. We're going to work on dullness and dark spots all at the same time. This treatment has our most intensive action. So what products are we going to use for these 3 treatments? We're going to start out with a white serum lotion from vitamin C. I have this product here. This is a replacement for a toner. I like to think of this as being almost like a combination, somewhere in between a serum and a toner. This product name, a lotion, this is something that is very popular in Asian skincare right now. A lotion is something that is a little bit stronger than a toner, but it's meant to be used daily. And like I said, it sits somewhere in between a serum and a toner. It has more active ingredients than a toner, but you would use it, is formulated light enough that you layer it underneath the rest of your products. So you would use this one, as I said, instead of a toner. Think of it like a hyped up toner with much more power behind it. When we're talking about a brightening treatment, brightening is something that, as I mentioned, it can be managed when you're faithful to all the steps of the process. I like to think of it as being similar to acne, where the more faithful you are to the steps, the better results you're going to end up with. And so when you're using a specific toner, that's just another spot where you can make sure that in that skincare routine, you're targeting that problem. So rather than just using a moisturizing toner, you can use a toner that is going to actually work using vitamin C to help you achieve your skincare goals. And your skin isn't going to be, because it's so light, your skin's not going to feel weighed down when you then add your serum and your day cream on top. So this is going to tone and refresh the face. It restores radiance. It's enhanced with hyaluronic acid, and it's really great to quench dry skin. It counteracts yellow, dull, lackluster skin caused by stress and aging, and it's going to bring a new glow to the skin. The active ingredients are vitamin C, cell detoxium, so we're going to detoxify daily. It also has hyaluronic acid, phytic acid, and glycans. I'm going to see if hopefully this works to give you a little demo over webinar. It's a little bit thicker. If you can see the way it drops, it's liquid, but it's a little bit thicker than just a pure liquid. It's almost like in between like a jelly serum consistency. So you can actually apply this without, you don't need a cotton pad. You can actually apply it directly onto your hands and apply it onto your skin that way. For those clients that you have, because I should mention this is something that is in the professional range, but we also have a smaller product for retail. So for those clients that you have who've been kind of hesitant to use a toner, this is a really great ingredient because you do see results just from using this ingredient. When you cleanse and then tone using the serum lotion, you will see instant brightness. Your skin, almost as if you've used a serum, right away is going to look like it's been treated. It's glowing. It looks hydrated. So this is something that for people who don't necessarily believe in a toner, if you've had a hard time selling them something like that before, they're going to see results with this one. So they're going to be much more faithful to it. And they're also, because it's a little bit thicker and you don't need to use a cotton or gauze pad to apply it, it makes it a little bit easier. So we tend to be kind of lazy in our daily skincare. Sometimes it's just too much of a step to have to bother finding a cotton pad or a piece of gauze. So for those particular clients, you can just apply this directly with your hands. It makes it a lot easier to stick to the routine. So after using the toner lotion, we have the white serum. This is a dual action shock treatment with reflex technology. On the surface, it's going to reflect light and bring instant radiance to the skin. But underneath the skin, it's going to counteract age spots and wrinkles. So it's going to work on the surface and in depth to target the root cause. This product is enriched with the diamond lightening complex to increase the skin's vitality, so it's going to make it smoother and silkier. In addition to the diamond lightening complex, we do have the Hyaluronic complex, we have the Pro White B spheres, and we have a light reflecting powder. So all these ingredients, the light reflecting powder and the diamond lightening complex, those are going to work on the surface to give your skin that instant brightness. So as I mentioned before, clients don't want to have to wait 4 weeks to see results. With this serum, they're going to see a result right away from the first time applying. So one kind of thing to note about this treatment, so in the anti-dark spots treatment, we're going to mix this serum with the age spot activator for the intensive professional anti-age spot treatment. In the anti-dark spots anti-age treatment, we're going to mix this serum with the vitamin C pearl. And in the brightening treatment, you don't mix it. So in the brightening treatment, which is the first phase, you just use the serum on its own. In the dark spots treatment, you're going to mix this with another product, which I'll talk about in a moment, to treat the dark spots. In the dark spots anti-age treatment, the most intensive treatment, we're going to mix it with those vitamin C pearls that I told you about. So we'll be talking about those products in the next few slides. Just keep in mind this white serum is what you're going to use to mix with those two. Next we have the intensive white mask. These are single sachet masks. All the product is in here. They come packaged just like this. These single-use sheet masks are more and more popular. As you have seen, we're using these in more segments of the Dalla Palma professional treatment. That's because they are so fantastically easy to use. You have all the product in here. You don't need to mix. You don't need to worry about fiddling around with quantities and making sure it's at the right consistency. Just take it out. It's ready to use. And what's even better is that it's very easy to clean up. You don't have to be worrying about dirtying towels or using gauze or anything else to remove it. You just pull it off and massage in the excess. So it's very simple, very quick. We've mentioned this a few times in the past, but one thing that's going to be very important as we are getting back into doing treatments is that we want to make sure we're always using ingredients that are using products that work quickly and that work effectively. So when you're using a sheet mask like this one, you're going to get an amazing result, and it's as quick as possible. So the action from this mask is a shock treatment to lighten and even out the skin tone. This mask is enhanced with Pro White B spheres and vitamin PP. So in just 10 minutes, your skin is going to be more radiant with a more even complexion. The active ingredients are Pro White B spheres, vitamin PP, phytic acid, enoxolone, which is from licorice, a multivitamin and antioxidant complex, and an amino acid complex. One other thing I should mention is that this is also found in the retail segment. So it comes packaged in a box like this of 10, and this is it individually. So you can use these in your treatment, and then you can open this up, and the box comes packaged ready to be a little retail box. And you can put this on your shelf and sell to your customers. And as you can see on the back here, we have the steps, step by step with little graphics. So it's very easy for them to use at home. This is a product that would be great to retail right now. While some of you have been able to open, but some people have not been able to open yet to do services, this is something that would be a great product to use at home, or just to complement if you're doing a series of treatments, to complement weekly you doing one of these masks, they're going to see even better results. Next, for the finishing cream, we have one finishing cream for all three treatments, and that is the white brightening cream. It comes in a tube like this, so it's very hygienic. This prevents, diminishes, and counteracts age spots, wrinkles, and dry skin for an even melanin distribution. Thanks to its brightening effect, this product improves light reflection on the skin surface, and it's going to bring an instant glow and an even-toned complexion. The active ingredients, this has an anti-pollution system, so we're going to be preventing pollution, preventing damage from pollution, I should say. It does have broad-spectrum UVA, UVB filters, jojoba oil, and vitamin E. So this is a great finishing cream for all three treatments. Next, in the anti-dark spots treatment, we have the intensive spot targeting professional kit. So those ingredients that I mentioned, or those products that I mentioned previously, those are for the brightening segment. Now, if we're getting on to the next treatment, the anti-dark spots, we're going to take those same ingredients and we're going to add a new product, which is going to be specifically for targeting dark spots. That's where we have the intensive spot targeting professional kit. This is an ultra concentrated brightening treatment, and it has been made to reduce dark spots and imperfections, even out the complexion, refine the texture of the skin. It acts on the specific melanin spots, so it acts on melasma, sunspots, etc., to fight the factors that stimulate that excessive production of melanin, and it's going to achieve an intense and immediate brightening action. So what does this kit contain? It comes with a spot targeting activator, which is a 30 ml bottle with a dropper, and 16 vial glasses of a spot targeting vial. So when you open it up, it looks like this. This is the spot targeting activator. Here's a better picture, better than me holding it up to the webcam. So the spot targeting activator. This is a 30 ml bottle with a dropper. The action of this activator, it enhances and improves anti-dark spot action. It can be used in two different ways. So you can use this to boost exfoliation in dark spots. So it can be mixed in with a chosen exfoliant according to the client's skin type. So that would mean the three different exfoliants from the cleansing segment that we have, the enzyme exfoliant, the combined acid, or the mandelic acid. You can mix in a few drops of these and put that on the specific dark spots. That's one way of using it. The other way is to boost the serum's effectiveness on dark spots. So you mix it well with the serum, with the white serum that I mentioned previously. You're going to mix it together, and with a brush, you can apply it onto the face, neck, and décolleté until it's completely absorbed. So those are two different ways of using it. What are the active ingredients? In this spot targeting activator, we have phytic acid at 4%. This is the maximum that is allowed in cosmetics. Phytic acid, as we mentioned, is derived from rice bran. And so when it reaches that basal layer, it's going to reduce the production of tyrosinase, which is needed to create melanin. So we're going to stop in the base of the cells. We're going to stop and cut off the production of melanin. The maximum recommended concentration for a cosmetic is 4%, and that's what we're finding in this one. Next, we have these spot targeting vials. These are little ampule vials. We have 16 of them that give you an intensive anti-dark spot action. These active ingredients are pinosilvin from pine resin. This is an epidermal cell messenger that is going to improve cell communication to stop that message to create too much melanin. We're also using fluoretin, which is a broad-range antioxidant, which is going to protect cell DNA, increase cell turnover, and reduce UV-induced discoloration. It also prevents glycation and provides energy to skin cells. So in other words, it's a wonderful antioxidant and anti-age ingredient. And next we're going to use naringin, which is a bitter orange extract. So again, this is from a natural source. We're using an antioxidant with a strong brightening action. So similar to vitamin C, but is non-irritating. The way that you use these, it's very cleverly designed by Dalla Palma. It's sealed in glass. So you'll notice it's pigmented glass, like dark glass, so that it protects the product inside from UV breakdown. And it also means there's no air, it's not oxidizing in the bottle, so each time you use it, it's going to be fresh. And it comes with a little cap like this that you use to snap it open and break it without hurting your fingers, so it protects your fingers. And then, finally, so that's the anti-dark spot treatment. Next, if you're using the anti-age and anti-dark spot treatment, we have the highly active vitamin C pearls at 79%. These are the pearls that I was mentioning. They are pure powder form that you're going to activate when you use the treatment. So it's going to be as fresh as possible. These vitamin C pearls minimize the sign of aging. They improve the skin tone, reduce wrinkles, dark spots, blemishes. It provides brightness, and it protects the skin from external agents such as UV, pollution, and free radicals. I'm going to open it up so you can see what it looks like. It is a pure powder, little pearl of vitamin C, like this. It's very lightweight. It's almost like a little bit of styrofoam because it's just pure powder of vitamin C. To use this, you dissolve one of these pearls into the anti-dark spots activator, or you can dissolve it with the serum and use that to apply for a really strong action. So it is a very powerful anti-age ingredient. It is from the white light segment, but you can use it for any treatment. It can be used as an add-on to any facial to give a strong anti-age and brightening effect. So even if you're doing an anti-age facial, if you're doing perhaps an anti-age purifying facial, a skin code facial, resurface, you could add this vitamin C as an add-on. This is a close-up picture of what the package looks like. Now talking about the home care range, we have the intensive mask that we've mentioned. On the side of the bag, you have these same ingredients on the side of the pack, or the same steps, so that your clients will know exactly how to use it at home. The CP cream is retail or professional. Oh, I'm sorry. Not sure where this, I think this is in the wrong spot. So the mask is something that can be retail or professional. And we'll finish the treatment. We suggest for all treatments, you finish with the finishing cream, the white brightening cream, but then you finish with the CP cream on top. Because when you're dealing with a brightening, it's very important to have extra protection of UV, because that's what's going to be causing more damage and more pigmentation. So finishing with a CP cream to even out the skin tone and just give that final layer of protection. So just to review the professional products, we have the white serum lotion with vitamin C. We have the white serum to be used in all treatments. We have the intensive spot targeting professional kit. We have the highly active vitamin C, 79% pearls. We have the intensive white mask. We have the white brightening cream, and then the CP cream to finish all treatments. Now, this treatment can be used either with a specific massage that we have or by using other technologies. So if you have ultrasound, LED light, microdermabrasion, all of these things can be incorporated and give you a wonderful effect to your treatment. It'll make it even stronger if you're adding those technologies. If not, you can just use what is called the lift up massage. This is a deep lymphatic draining massage, which is going to add to the anti-aging effect of this treatment. You can find a video with step-by-step of this massage on our website, and it's a great way to learn this new massage and be able to incorporate it into this treatment. So now I'm going to go, it's a little bit confusing between the three facials, so I'm going to go kind of with each one, take a look at it, and I think you'll have a better understanding of how these three facials lay out. So go back to that brightening treatment. This is for a radiant, youthful look to your skin. This treatment takes about 55 minutes, so about an hour. And we recommend you do a cycle or a program of 4 facials, doing 1 per week. That's going to give you the best results. So how are we going to do it? You start, remove makeup, cleanse with the cleansing milk, and instead of a toner, you use the white serum lotion with vitamin C as the toner. And then you can do a welcome massage with the ritual oil if you choose. Next, you would choose the exfoliator depending on the client's skin type. So you would either choose the mandelic acid. Mandelic acid is more recommended because it works better on pigmentation. But if you have a client where anti-aging is more of a concern and they want a stronger peel, you could use the combined acid peel. Or if you have a client, maybe it's their first time, they've never used a peel, you're not sure if their skin is going to be a bit sensitive, you might want to choose the enzymatic exfoliant. Leave the exfoliant for 10 minutes. Afterwards, you're going to do the massage, the lift up massage with our massage cream. Next, you'll apply the white serum and the white mask on top, and then you'll finish with the white brightening cream and the CP cream. So this treatment is fairly straightforward. Next, if you want to add in the anti-dark spots treatment, this is going to be to brighten and counteract the appearance of dark spots. So for those clients who have that gray dull tone, they want a little bit of brightness, but they do have dark spots, this is where you would add the dark spots treatment. This is 60 minutes, so it's a few minutes longer than the brightening treatment. We do recommend, again, that you do a facial program or a treatment cycle of 4 facials once per week. That's going to give you the best results. After that, you can maintain as needed. So again, cleanse, remove makeup, cleanse with the cleansing milk, tone with the vitamin C white serum lotion. Choose the exfoliant, and with this product, when you choose your exfoliant, you're going to add the spot targeting activator to the exfoliant. So you're going to add just a little drop of it. That is going to increase the action of your exfoliant to work on all those dark spots. Next, after you've removed the exfoliant, you're going to add the spot targeting professional vial. You can either add this all over. So if you have a client where they have a lot of pigmentation all over, you add it all over. Or if it's particularly bad in particular areas, maybe if you have a client who has melasma or has suffered from hyperpigmentation, especially in certain spots, you're going to want to concentrate on those spots. And then the remainder you would apply all over face and décolleté. After that, you are going to use the massage cream from the cleansing line and do the lift up massage. Then you will use the white serum mixed with the spot targeting activator. So you're going to mix the serum with the spot targeting activator for a stronger effect. You can do this in 2 ways. One, you could mix the two together into a little bowl and apply all over with a brush. Or if you don't want to use that step, you can apply the white serum all over and then layer the spot targeting activator just using your hands on the spots where you need it. 2 different ways you can use it, depends on your own preference. Finally, on top of that serum mixed with the spot targeting activator, you're going to apply the intensive mask. You leave that for 10 minutes, and then you're going to finish with the white brightening cream and the CP cream. So that's the next level up when you have anti-dark spots that need to be treated. And finally, for the most intensive phase, we have the anti-age, anti-dark spots treatment. So this is where you want to brighten and counteract the appearance of dark spots and of wrinkles. So when you have a mature skin where aging is a concern, but you also see that there's a lot of discoloration and a lot of dark spots, hyperpigmentation, this is where you would use the anti-age, anti-dark spots treatment. So to take you through this, first you're going to remove makeup, cleanse with cleansing milk, and the white serum lotion with vitamin C as a toner. You can choose to use the Ritual Behavior Oil for an opening massage. Then you will choose your cleanser based on the skin type. Again, for this peel, for this facial, you would most likely want to use mandelic or combined acid because you're talking about an aged skin. But if it's a sensitive client or someone where it's their first time having a peel, you can play it safe and use the enzymatic exfoliant. You are going to mix, again, just like you did with the last facial, you are going to mix the spot targeting activator with the chosen peel. You'll mix just a dropper of it together, and that is going to help you to activate and loosen those dark spots so you can work on it better. Next, you're going to use the massage cream. After the massage, one thing I should mention about the massage cream, our massage cream is not just a massage cream, it actually is an oxygenating massage cream. So when you massage using the massage cream, you're giving more oxygen to the cells, and it's going to help the products that you use next to penetrate further. So by using this massage, you're actually going to prepare the skin to receive the ingredients that are highly concentrated in the serum and in the mask. So it's great to use the massage cream. If you're going to be doing a massage, use our massage cream for best results. So after the massage, you are going to use the white serum. You're going to mix it with the vitamin C highly active pearls. So you're going to take one of these dry pearls, you're going to mix it with the white serum and with the spot targeting activator. So those 3 products together, and you're going to apply them all over the face. Once again, you can use this, you do need to use the serum and the spot targeting activator to mix the vitamin C. You can concentrate it on the spots where you find a lot of pigmentation. So often pigmentation will develop here on the side and on areas where the sun hits the face. Concentrate on those dark spots and then use the remainder all over the face and décolleté. After you have applied this mixture, this highly active juice of white serum, vitamin C 79%, and the intensive spot targeting activator, you're going to apply the intensive white mask. You leave that for 10 minutes, and then you finish with the brightening cream and the CP cream. So that is our most intensive treatment. As you can see, there's 3 different levels, and basically with each facial, you are adding in something new to give you a stronger action. So to give you a little summary, how does white light differ from other similar treatments? There are a lot of treatments out there for brightening. Why is white light better? Well, we're giving you a more intensive, more effective action thanks to the powerful, pure ingredients. We have multi-benefits. We're brightening from the inside and out. We're doing anti-dark spot and anti-aging. So more benefits than just one. We're using technological innovation. So our dual delivery system performs on various layers of the skin for fast and long-lasting results because we are targeting the root cause, and we're targeting all steps in that cycle of melanin production. So we're giving you, because of the innovation of our active ingredients, we're able to treat the whole cycle. And finally, it is efficacy and dermatologically tested, so it is safe and it is effective to use. Now we're going to go on to the home care range. The white serum lotion. I spoke about this in depth about the professional product, but this is something that is going to give you toned and luminous skin, and you can use it with in replacement of a toner. They're going to use this every day, morning and night, and they can apply lightly with cotton pads, or you can just gently tap it into the face and neck. Because this has vitamin C and phytic acid and glycans, it is not recommended to be used directly in the eyes, but you can use up to the eye contour. The professional is a large pack. This is 250 ml. The retail is a smaller bottle, so it's 125 ml. It does not come with a box, but it is sealed with cellophane. Again, a retailing tip, if you have a client who is not really a believer in serums, in toner, this is going to be the toner that changes her mind. This is an amazing toner. And you can use it as well in other segments. So you can use it for someone if they're using anti-aging products, but they want a glow. Any of those clients who say to you, you know, I just want to glow back. I've heard about vitamin C. Do you have anything with vitamin C? This would be a great option for that. Next, we have a 24-hour even white cream. It comes in a 50 ml jar. It prevents, diminishes, and corrects dark spots, wrinkles, and dry skin for a more even melanin distribution. Thanks to the special brightening effect, this product is going to improve light reflection on the skin's surface, and it's going to provide with an instant glow and an even tone. The outcome will be an even complexion, firm and luminous skin. Our active ingredients, we have the Hyaluronic complex, we have Pro White B spheres, Diamond Lightning complex, light reflective powder. So with those last two, Diamond Lightning complex, light reflective powder, that's going to give us that instant result that clients are looking for, that instant luminosity, that instant perfection on the skin. We also have allantoin and shea butter. So lots of active ingredients that are great for brightening, nourishing, and anti-aging. How would you use this? You apply morning and night on face and décolleté, avoiding the eye area. And you would use this underneath the CP cream. So if you're going out during the day, you would apply the CP cream on top. Next, especially recommended for mature skin to add to the daily brightening routine, we have the Bright White Essence. This is like a serum. It's a shock treatment with a reflex technology. On the surface, it's going to reflect light and bring instant radiance to the skin, but in depth, it's going to work to counteract age spots and wrinkles. It's enriched with the Diamond Lightning complex to increase the skin's vitality, making it smoother and silkier. Our active ingredients are the Hyaluronic complex, Pro White B spheres, Diamond Lightning complex, and light reflecting powder. Again, this is something you would use morning and night for best results. After cleansing, toning, ideally with the vitamin C lotion, we apply to face, neck, and décolleté, and then you would apply the 24-hour even white cream on top. The spot targeting roll-on. This is a specific treatment, a little roll-on bottle that is a shock treatment specific for dark spots, for targeting those stubborn dark spots. So if you have a client who has that specific problem, they have spots that they're particularly worried about, the spot targeting roll-on is perfect for them. It is an ultra concentrated brightening treatment to reduce dark spots and imperfections. It's ideal to even out the complexion and refine the texture of the skin in those areas. So it's going to lighten those spots and reduce imperfections. This treatment has pro-white B spheres and it has the phytic acid at 4%. So this is a very strong, very specific active, very specific product. How do you use this? Well, you shake before use morning and night, and apply directly on the spot. One thing you might want to note is that they might experience a little bit of redness or tingling. That is because of the activity of the ingredients, but it should pass after just a moment. So it's not an issue. However, this is not for the eye area. So if they do have pigmentation up to the eye area, it's okay to use. But if you're talking about someone who just has pigmentation as in dark spots, or sorry, dark bags under the eyes, dark circles, just be very careful around that eye zone because it's not specific for the eye area. For dark spots under the eyes, it'd be better to use the Icon Eye Cream, which has anti-dark spots ingredients in it. Then the intensive white mask. As we mentioned, this is for professional and for retail. Very easy to use. And finally, the CP cream. This is something you want to recommend to all your clients who are concerned with dark spots. Most important thing, stop them from forming. And the best way to do that is with a really strong, broad spectrum sunscreen. They should use this every day before they go out. I should mention that it's better than a sunscreen. A regular sunscreen is not going to prevent from anti-pollution. And anti-pollution, as we mentioned, also exacerbates the problem and contributes to dark spots. So this, if they say, well, I have a sunscreen at home, can I just use that? Does your sunscreen have anti-pollution? Because I bet it doesn't. Anti-pollution is what you need because we know it is just as bad as the sun for damaging your skin and causing pigmentation. And unlike the sun, if it's a sunny day, I can hide in the shade, I can put on a hat, and the sun's not gonna touch my skin. If I'm sitting in traffic, if I live in a big city, there's not a lot I can do to stop pollution from settling on my skin. So the CP cream is a must-have for anyone with this treatment. So your daily brightening routine, what could it look like? You tone your skin with the white serum, and then if you want a stronger action for mature skin, you use the white serum, the spot serum, the shock roll, spot targeting roll-on, and then you would apply the even white cream and finish with CP cream. Once a week, twice a week maybe, you use the intensive white mask. Now, for somebody who wants a really intensive program, we have the 4-week intensive treatment for all skin types. It's a white light kit. This is a 4-week program with highly concentrated complementary products. So this is for dull gray skin, uneven dark tone, dark spots, wrinkles caused by environmental and intrinsic aging. This is a kit that gives you a product for day, a product for night, and a product to use on the weekends, Monday to Sunday for 4 weeks. And at the end of those 4 weeks, you're gonna have amazing results. This would be a great product for someone who is really concerned. They have a big problem with brightening, with dark spots. You could sell this for them to use in addition to your 4-week program to really get a strong result. So 4 facials once a week, and in addition, they use this at home, you'd have amazing results by the end. This is also something that's great if you have a client who has just experienced a lot of brightening, but maybe they don't want to go through the full 4-week treatment. Maybe you've already done the 4 weeks just recently, but now they've gone on holidays and they've gone a bit more sun. Or maybe someone who's pregnant and they're worried about melasma and pregnancy mass. This is a great kit to sell for anyone who has that specific concern. So what does the kit consist of? Well, for day, we have the illuminating day cream with SPF 20. They're going to use this every morning for 4 weeks. This is a very fresh, light texture, great for all skin types. It prevents and corrects all the visible signs of aging, so skin spots, wrinkles, dehydration, and it promotes a uniform, even distribution of melanin, and it protects your skin on a daily basis. This one has the highly complex pro-white B spheres, diamond lightning complex. It has solar filters, light reflecting powder, allantoin, which is dermal regenerating and soothing, and shea butter and jojoba oil for softening and moisturizing. So this is going to be what they use every day. At night, you're going to give them the night intensive serum with 20% vitamin C. The kit is going to have 28 single dose pearls. This has a high concentration of vitamin C. Each one of these pearls is sealed, so it's when you open it, it keeps the precious active ingredients fresh. So it only releases their power when you open it and bring it into contact with the skin. It's going to release the power of the vitamin C inside. So the vitamin C, 20%. This is going to fight free radicals, reduce oxidation, it prevents the formation of new melanin, and the increased presence of that darker melanin. It stimulates production of collagen and elastin, and it's an anti-wrinkle action. You're also going to find an extract from raspberry stem cells, which is revitalizing, soothing, and antioxidant. It has a very strictly tested effectiveness. So in just 4 weeks, it's going to increase elasticity, compactness or firmness of the skin, the brightness of the skin. It's going to reduce both thin and deep wrinkles, and it's going to reduce dark spots, the color, reduce it in the color, and reduce the surface intensity. So by using these pearls every night for 4 weeks, you're going to get amazing results. And then finally, so you have your day cream, night serum, and then once a week, you're going to use a mask, special mask. So this is what they recommend for the weekend when you have a little bit more time. You can do this extra thing, this extra treatment 4 times. Step 1, you use the phytic and glycolic acid multi-action peel. So as you can see, it comes in a sachet. You have step 1 in here, you're going to open it, and then afterwards you use the uniforming mask. So step 1, the phytic and glycolic acid multi-action peel. This is a peel and exfoliant they can do at home with phytic acid and vitamin C micro capsules to exfoliate and soothe the skin. So you have these soft capsules that are going to release vitamin E. You leave it on for 10 minutes. You apply the mask all over. It's creamy, nice texture, and you're going to feel those little vitamin C capsules. After 10 minutes, they're going to gently massage with circular motions to remove. The vitamin E capsules are going to gently exfoliate. It will be a physical exfoliant in addition to the phytic acid. And they're also going to break and release the vitamin E to give your skin a soothing action after that peel. So the active ingredients, you have glycolic acid, phytic acid. These are very exfoliating ingredients, strong exfoliating with strong brightening action. Then you have pinosylvin, diamond lightning complex, glyceritic acid, which is soothing and anti-redness. Because they're doing the peel at home, you want to make sure their skin is very soothed. Then you have shea butter, meadow foam seed oil, again, softening, moisturizing, and vitamin E, protective and antioxidant. Step 2, uniforming mask. So after you have done this super strong peel, you're going to do the uniforming mask. That's the other side of the sachet. This has a soft enveloping texture. It's a creamy mask that removes the dullness and grayness of the skin, giving your skin a deep new glow. So just 10 minutes, you leave it on and the skin regains this bright uniform complexion. The active ingredients here are those pro-white B spheres to regulate melanin production. We also have stabilized vitamin C for brightening and anti-aging, vitamin PP, uniforming and anti-stain, zinc oxide and rice starch, it's calming and soothing. Glyceric acid is soothing and anti-redness. Regenerating amino acid complex. This is going to give comfort and strength to the skin. So after you've just done a strong peel, it's important to give something that's going to be soothing. And remineralizing trace elements, zinc, silicon, magnesium, iron, and copper. These reactivate cellular metabolism. So just to review, with this kit, they're going to get it. It comes in a box like this. It has day cream and the night serum with the directions on the pack, and then it tells them exactly what to do daily and what to do once a week with the kit. So it's very easy to use, wonderful product, easy to retail because they're getting 3 amazing products for a wonderful price. Finally, because that vitamin C has been so popular, from that kit, something new, they have the vitamin C intensive serum available individually. So you can buy the vitamin C serum that you find in this kit individually as a set of 14 single-use pearls, just like this. So again, this is that pure, highly concentrated vitamin C at 20%. It's an intensive treatment. It works to fight wrinkles, loss of elasticity, brightness, and different types of spots. So it'll help with age spots, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, and acne scars. So even though this is in the white light segment, this is something that almost all skin types could benefit from. So we already went through this. This is exactly the same as what you find in the kit. Once again, it does have strictly tested efficacy, so it is wonderful. How would you use this? You just open the pearl, apply the contents of the pearl to your fingertips, start at the chin and move upwards towards temples, then move the corners of the mouth and continue gently towards your ears, place at the nose and delicately towards the temples. So you're going to start inwards and move out. Once again, with this product, you might find that it causes a little bit of a tingling when you first use it. Depends how used to vitamin C or peels your skin is, but that's because of the activity of the ingredient. It's not anything to be concerned about, and it's not uncomfortable by any means. It'll go away right away. We're going to talk a little bit about the textures of the products. Normally you're here in front of us, and in our seminars you'd be able to feel the products. These are all serums with pearlescent textures and multifaceted reflexes. It has this reflex technology, which is based on high definition, light reflective powders. So that's going to give you that immediate glow, a spectacular camera ready, selfie proof formulation. This reflex technology, it's like a primer. It hides imperfections, it hides blemishes, it hides that sallow unevenness, and it gives your skin a radiant appearance. That is just in your cream without using a makeup. What's the fragrance? People always want to know the fragrance. The top note is orange and currant. Middle notes are freesia, jasmine, pink lotus, and the base notes are wood, white moss, white amber. This is a delicate and fresh scent. One important thing to note about the scent is that it dissipates very quickly. So while you're using the product, it's very pleasant, it smells great, it's like a nice moment while you're applying the cream, and then the product dissipates. It's not a strong fragrance that's gonna stick around for all day. This is the packaging. It's like a silverized packaging, really beautiful, really luxury packaging. And on the sides, it's gonna tell you what ingredients are in there. So even though you should be explaining it to your clients in the facial treatment, what the products are, why you recommend it, what it's going to do, sometimes by the time they get home, people don't remember what's in it. So it's nice for those clients who are interested to be able to read a little bit about the ingredients in their skincare. And all these products are protected with a cellophane plastic film. We have training manuals available and marketing materials like brochures, shelf talkers, a display, and samples, of course. So this is an example of what the window might look like when you're all done up with all your products for marketing. Okay, so that is everything from the presentation. I'm going to get to some questions as we have quite a few questions in here. Where can I find a full ingredient list? So we have the full ingredient list is, first of all the products have the full ingredients on the back. They're all INCI listed. That's because these products are all made in Italy, and they are subject to ISO manufacturing standards, which is the same thing as the pharmaceutical medical industry. So every single product is listed in the INCI listing on the back. That's the scientific name, so nothing can be hidden by jargon. You'll see the scientific name of each ingredient, and they're listed in quantity of, in order of quantity. So you can find the full ingredients on the back. If you want to see more specifically which products, which active ingredients are in which product, that would be in our technical dossier. So if you're looking for the technical dossier, you can reach out to me or reach out to our sales reps. Once you've placed an opening order, you will be eligible to receive the technical dossier. Oh, speaking of opening order, I forgot to mention this earlier, we have put together, once again, 2 starter kits for white light. So we have a professional starter kit of everything you need to get started with the professional treatments, and we have a retail starter kit, so everything you need to start retailing these products. With these kits, you're going to get a discount on the products and some free goodies, a free product with each one. So I'm going to be sending out an email shortly, just this afternoon, to let you know about those, what those deals are. They'll be available for everyone who has attended this webinar. So definitely take advantage of those. I have someone who is asking about her ingredient or about her order. I'll get back to you personally about that at another time. So Gabriella, hi Gabriella. If I've understood correctly, the CP cream is a sunscreen and can be used under makeup. Yes, so it is a sunscreen. The reason I'm hesitating about whether it can be used under makeup is because it does have that primer technology. So yes, I would recommend you use it under makeup, but when you apply your makeup over top, you want to be careful to apply it in a way that's not, you apply your makeup gently over top, your foundation in particular. If you're using powder, it's not a problem. But when you're using liquid foundation over top, you don't want to be rubbing too hard, or you're going to be removing that primer technology from the CP cream. So apply the CP cream, either let it set for a moment and then apply your powder, if that's what you're doing, or if you're using liquid foundation, just apply it in long strokes, long gentle strokes, and don't rub too much because you don't want to damage, you don't want to be moving the CP cream underneath. Next question. Since this treatment can be used with other devices, i.e. LED or microdermabrasion, at what point should I use the device during this treatment? That is a great question. I believe we have protocols with the LED. We should have those protocols online. I'm going to make a note to make sure we have that in our step-by-step, to put the step-by-step of where you would put the LED in. I can't remember off the top of my head, and I don't want to give you the wrong answer. Are these products good on sensitive skin? Yes, so it depends how sensitive the skin is. If you have a skin that's sensitive in the sense that it is just reactive, the skin gets red when you do anything to it, you massage it, the products, this treatment is probably going to make the skin red, but then it'll go away. If you have a client who is very sensitive, allergic, breaks out in hives when you use things, then I would not do anything except the sensitive treatment, because this is a very active treatment. So it depends what you mean by sensitivity. With sensitive skin, there's a range of sensitivity. Sometimes we're told in aesthetic school, if you don't know what skin type is, assume it's sensitive or just treat it like it's sensitive. And then people get told, oh, you have sensitive skin. And really, they don't have sensitive skin. It's just that their skin gets red. My skin can be like that, for example. I don't have sensitive skin, but if you massage my skin, if you wax my face, I get very red and then it dissipates. But in no way am I sensitive. I don't break out in hives when I use a product. But there are some clients that do have that very strong sensitive reaction. For those clients, I would err on the side of caution. You can also always start out with just doing a patch test on them, seeing how they feel before you move on if you do have that sensitive type. But in terms of sensitivity, all these products are dermatologically tested. You should not have any reactions, any problems when you're using this. I used all these products when I was pregnant, which is when your skin tends to be very reactive, and it was fine. I never had any issues. I never had any tingling or anything like that. Do we have any sunscreen with foundation? So all the foundations from RVB Lab do have a light sunscreen, SPF 20 or 25, I believe. But we don't have a tinted sunscreen because then you would need to have a sunscreen in every single shade. So we have the CP cream, which is a sunscreen that is tinted in the sense that it's not going to be white. It's not going to give you that white cast. But if you want a true foundation, you want to camouflage, you have spots where you really want to camouflage those spots, then I would recommend using the RVB Lab foundation. Probably the best foundation for this, a client using a white light treatment, would be the HD Lift foundation. The reason I would recommend that one is it is a liquid foundation that is very brightening. It makes your skin glow. It's really beautiful, but it also has a little bit more pigmentation, so you'll be able to cover those spots. So if you have a client where they're quite concerned with pigmentation, the HD Lift foundation is going to even their skin tone and give them that perfect complexion, and also give them the ability to cover those spots. If they have very dark pigmentation, like acne scarring spots, then you'd probably want to move to the Camouflage oil-free foundation. That's going to give them a lot more coverage for what they're looking for. I want to know the cost of the package, please. I'll be sending out all the details with the cost, with the pricing, with all your information with that email, so please look out for that. Next question, is it safe to use for people with oily skin, prolonged acne, if the breakouts dried up and caused severe pigmentation? Yes, amazing for those clients. So if you've had someone who did have oily skin and they did have acne, but the acne is pretty much resolved or under control, and they've got that severe pigmentation from healing blemishes, this is absolutely a great treatment for them to use to target that pigmentation. And then I have a few more questions here in the chat. Please share the protocol of this treatment. So we do have the protocol and all the steps available in a video on our website under the training segment. Do you know what the product rating on EWG Deep Skin? I'm not sure what EWG Deep Skin is. I'm going to make a note to look that up. But they do not have parabens. They are cruelty-free. These are vegan skincare. I didn't do, because white light is such a long segment, I didn't do the introductory presentation that talks about Dalla Palma, but Diana, you asked this question in particular for you. I would say go back and watch our previous presentations. In the detox segment in particular, I gave a long introduction to Dalla Palma. Dalla Palma Professional is part of responsible care. So they do not test on animals. They are all cruelty-free, and they do not use any excessive ingredients. So we don't use any parabens. We have no mineral oils, no phthalates, none of these comedogenic, clogging ingredients that are sometimes added. They're just cheap fillers. We don't use any of those. So I hope that answers your question. I'm going to make a note right now to look up this EWG Deep Skin because I haven't heard of that before. All right, next question. Hi Marvis, CP cream is great, but it feels rich in texture. You're right, it is a very nourishing cream. Does it clog pores? Is it suitable for acne-prone skin? If not, what's the alternative? That is an excellent question. The CP cream is fairly rich. So if you're talking about acne-prone skin, I would not recommend it. It is fairly nourishing because it's also an antioxidant, anti-aging ingredient or anti-aging product. It's not that it's going to clog pores, but it's just going to be too rich for an oily skin. So what would I recommend for them? If you're dealing with acne, we mentioned last week as part of the Urban Life, we have that invisible sunscreen, which would be a better alternative. It is a fluid sunscreen, a fluid sun filter that's not going to be as, it's not as heavy. It has an invisible film, and it's going to leave the skin right away, or it's going to leave the skin surface and absorb right in. It's not going to feel rich and oily. So that's an alternative. To be honest, with acne skin, sometimes I wouldn't recommend too much of a sunscreen. If they're going in the sun a lot, the Urban Life sun filter would be the best bet. But if they're not going in the sun, the reality is in Canada, unless it's summertime, we don't spend a lot of time outdoors. People are indoors most of the day. If they're really dealing with a strong breakout, they should just be using their sunscreen, which one of the products from the Purifying line, I can't remember which one now, has an SPF 15. So I recommend that they instead use their day cream that has the SPF while they're dealing with those intense breakouts. Otherwise, they can use the Urban Life instead. So CB cream, is that for all skin colors? Yes. As I mentioned, it has a tint, which I'll show you again here, but that tint is not going to stay on the skin. It's just going to eliminate that white effect that you get from sunscreen. You can see that I just blended it in, and now it's gone. It didn't look like a makeup. It's not covering anything up. It's not adding pigment to my skin the way a makeup would. That white tone or that color that's added is just to eliminate that white look that you get from sunscreens. Next question about the CP cream. Is it water resistant and suitable for clients who like to jog and sweat more? Yes, absolutely. It's great for those athletic clients, especially because people who go for a jog like to go in the sun. You want to protect them from damage. CP cream is great for that. What I would say is that if they're sweating and using a towel, so often people use a towel and rub their face, and then you're removing sunscreen. So after they towel off, just like any sunscreen, after you towel off, after you've been in the water, it's time to reapply because you just, at that point, you've probably removed it from the surface and it's not going to be able to protect you quite as well. Can it be used for clients with sensitive skin type? Yes, yeah. There's nothing in there that should be causing problems for anyone with sensitive skin. Next question, can we retail the CP cream to customers for daily SPF protection use? Oh, yeah, just answered your question. Yes, you can. How does this line use in conjunction with other technologies like microdermabrasion and ultrasound? So yes, you can use it with microdermabrasion and the ultrasound. I'm thinking you would probably use that before, so if you're doing microdermabrasion, you would do that before you use the serum and the mask, and then you would apply the serum and the mask. If you're doing ultrasound, you could use that over the serum to penetrate the serum more in depth, and then the mask on top. It works great. All the Dalla Palma professional products work great when they're used in conjunction with technology because you're going to get even stronger results. And as I've mentioned previously, our ingredients are made so that they are deeply penetrating. They're so finely formulated that when you're using those active ingredients, or when you're using that technology, it's going to penetrate even further. And it's also very safe when it gets deep in a cellular level. When you're using technology that's going to penetrate products, you want to make sure that you're using products that are safe to use at a cellular level. And with Dalla Palma Professional, you have that reassurance. Is the white light facial safe to do for pregnant women? Yes, it is. I can speak from experience that I used the white light kit when I was pregnant, and I did white light facials when I was pregnant, and I didn't develop any melasma, thank goodness, during my pregnancy, because I was very concerned about that. I was very worried about pigmentation because that's something that can develop with pregnancy. And the problem once you develop pigmentation is that your skin ends up with that memory for pigmentation. And it's very hard to then remove it. It's like a muscle memory, a cell memory for dark pigment. So the best way to avoid this problem is to prevent it from the start. Pregnancy is one of those times where you know you're at higher risk for pigmentation. So the white light treatment is great. Now, what I would say is that if you have somebody who's sensitive, maybe do a little bit of a test with them first, because some people can be very sensitive during pregnancy. I was not, and my hunch is that most people would not be overly sensitive with this treatment, but you don't know what your client is using when they're at home, and when people are pregnant, they're much more, they just tend to be more concerned about what's being put on their skin, and you just don't want to do anything that then later they say, oh, this caused a reaction. It probably wouldn't be the skin cream, wouldn't be the white light treatment that would cause a reaction in them, but just make sure you're aware of what they're using at home. Maybe do a proper consultation, like a more in-depth consultation before you do this treatment to find out what they're using, to make sure that there's not anything else they're using at home that's going to cause a reaction, and then they're going to come back and blame you. But in general, the white light products, especially the serum lotion, the day cream, the CP cream, these are must-haves for pregnancy. What is the cost of this kit? I'm not going to mention any costs because this is going to be going up on our website and I don't want any of your clients to see what your cost is, but it's a very reasonable price. You can email me later and I'll give you the price of the kit, or you can log into our website and you'll see the price of the kit. Very reasonable. What cleanser would you recommend for home use with the kit? So anybody using White Light, I would recommend, if they like the cleansing milk, they can use that. Otherwise, the cleansing mousse, the foam, is excellent because it does have a little bit more properties of brightening, and it has a little bit of vitamin C, I believe. So it's a little bit more brightening. That's going to give them even more action. So between those two, those would be two great options. Do not remove the exfoliant prior to placement of serums and masks. Yes, sorry, I didn't mention that, but yeah, you would remove, of course, remove the exfoliant. You apply the exfoliant, remove them, then move on to the serums and masks. Is this product good on sensitive skin? I think I've addressed that. Yes, in general, good on sensitive skin. Maybe do a patch test just to be sure. Someone wants to know the cost of the package and if I could possibly get a sample. As I mentioned, you'll be getting an email today with the package cost. If you want a sample, just send an email out to me or to sales@intercosmetics.ca, and we'll give you some details about how you can get, how you could try a sample. When is your store opening? Depends. The state of emergency has been extended in Ontario, so we're kind of waiting to hear. We are open for curbside pickup in Ottawa only, just because we're taking a look at the situation sort of in a community by community basis. For the health and safety of our employees and of our customers. Ottawa, we're comfortable to be opening with curbside pickup. Mississauga and Waterloo are still closed, sort of TBD when we'll open. But as soon as we do open, we'll be sending an email out to all our customers to let you know. In the meantime, you can order online. Our website is open, intercosmetics.ca, and we are shipping orders. Hi, can you recommend a foundation from RVD Lab? As I mentioned, the foundation that might be best, depending on the level of coverage, I would recommend either the HD Lift Foundation, which is really beautiful, smoothing, gives you a nice glow, or if you're looking for a lot of coverage, the Camouflage Foundation. And I think, sunscreen or sunblock. Sometimes these are used interchangeable. Good question. So these are a broad spectrum sun filter. That is the technical name. People use sunscreen or sunblock kind of interchangeably, but the technical name of what we're using is a broad spectrum sun filter. So we're filtering out, screening or blocking UVA and UVB. Now we don't say block because it doesn't fully block unless you're literally putting something like zinc on top of the surface of the skin. Even then, some rays can penetrate through. We say it's SPF 50 because that is the highest tested for efficacy. Sometimes you'll find sunscreens or sunblocks at the drugstore or online in the retail market that say SPF 100. That doesn't exist. The highest that is recognized in the scientific community is SPF 50. So that's what we say we have. And until anything has been developed with a stronger SPF, that's kind of the most we can do. All right, I think, another question here. Clients will have to wear a sunscreen after this treatment. Yes, I would recommend that a client should use a sunscreen after this treatment, mainly because the sun is what causes that problem. So this would be sort of like, if you go out without a sunscreen, it would be like going to the gym and then going to eat at a big meal at McDonald's. You know, you're undoing all the good that you've just done. So definitely recommend a sunscreen, at least while they're doing this treatment. Another thing I would mention is that I would highly recommend that you take a photo of your client if you're doing a before and after. Sorry, if you're doing a program, do a before and after photo of your client. we forget so quickly how our skin looks and how it reacts, that sometimes just that little marketing gimmick really is what they need to see how much of an improvement they've had, because there will be a visible improvement, but because it's over time, your client gets used to what they're seeing, they might not notice. So I would definitely recommend doing a before and after photo and keep it on file. Can we do makeup after this facial? Absolutely. Yeah, I would recommend, if you want to do makeup, I would recommend using our RVB Lab makeup. That makeup is it is treatment makeup, so it's actually good for your skin. It's not going to undo any of the good that you've been doing during your facial. So you want to make sure whatever you're using afterwards is good for the skin, has good treatment ingredients, dermocosmetic ingredients, and that's what the RVB Lab makeup has. And it's also super easy to use. You don't have to be a makeup artist. All the textures blend really easily, and they're really easy to match with tones. So even if you're a little bit concerned about how to match shades, they're self-matching. So as long as you're roughly within the right shade, they blend in, and they blend perfectly with all skin tones. Okay. I think that those are all the questions. Just wait another moment in case anybody has any other questions for me. Huma says the foundation is amazing. I've had clients tell me their skin healed. That's great to hear. Yeah, the foundation really is amazing. A lot of the times, my philosophy is that you should always recommend a makeup, and you should recommend a good foundation, the RVB Lab foundation, because so many times clients are going to finish the facial, and then the first thing they're going to do, oh, I love my skin, I love my skin. First thing they're going to do, get in the car, pull out their purse, and slap on whatever foundation they had previously to cover up. That's just reality. Most people, especially after they've had a facial where their skin might be a little bit red, they want to cover up. Maybe you'll get lucky and what they're using is a high-end, something they got from Holt Renfrew or something, where it's a higher end cosmetic, not going to be that bad. If you're not very lucky, maybe they're just using something they picked up at a drugstore, and it's actually going to clog pores. It's going to cause damage to their skin. Now they're going to go home and say, I spent all that money on a facial and it didn't do anything. And they don't realize that it wasn't that the facial didn't work. It's that they applied something bad to your skin right afterwards. It goes back to that same analogy of eating a big fast food meal after going to the gym. It's not that working out didn't do it. It's that you went to McDonald's and you had a huge Big Mac. That's what caused the damage. So sometimes you need to make sure with your clients that you know what they're using afterwards. And the best way to know what they're using and to have proven results is to have them use something that you know works. And for us, we always say RVB Lab makeup is just the best quality that you can get at a really reasonable price. You're not going to be gouging your clients. It's something that's very affordable. If they're coming to you for facials, they can afford this foundation. It is so great, and it does make your skin look better. I've actually had people say to me, I can't believe my skin actually looked better after I washed my foundation off than it did before I had it on. Like it has wonderful ingredients that actually treat the skin. So it goes hand in hand with what you're doing as an esthetician. You want something that's going to be complementing what you're doing on a daily basis with your skincare work, and this makeup does just that. If you're not recommending a foundation, my personal philosophy is that you haven't finished your job. You have to finish your treatment and then recommend the home care, what they should be doing at home, and you should be recommending a makeup for them to use. How much coverage does RVB Lab mineral powder give? That's a good question. It does have pigment. She's saying I'm thinking about applying it after the CP cream in the summer when you don't want to wear too much makeup. Does it give coverage? So it is going to give you a little bit of coverage. If you're using the powders, like the bronzer or the powder foundations, that does give you a good coverage. You can apply them in two ways. You can apply with a brush, swirl, and apply all over. And that's just going to give you a light sort of sheen of coverage, so it'll look even all over. Or you can actually apply it by wetting a sponge a little bit and then applying it on. That's going to give you more coverage. Does it have a sheer or matte finish? Depends. So if you apply it with a wet sponge, it's going to give you stronger pigment and it's going to give you that matte finish. If you apply it just with a quick brush, it's going to give you sheer coverage. You're going to look better. You're going to look good. If you have spots, it's not going to cover those spots. But you know what? Sometimes in the summer, we just don't want to bother, right? I'm the same way. Sometimes in the summer, I have my sunscreen, I'm just going for a run, or I'm just stopping off at the grocery store. I'm not going to particularly run into anyone. I just want to look a little bit better, a little bit more professional. I'll apply just with a big fluffy brush and apply it all over my face. And then I feel really comfortable going out. If you are looking for more coverage and to cover particular pigmentation spots or blemishes, then maybe you can just use a spot concealer in those spots and then the powder. We're getting a lot of makeup questions, so maybe we should do a makeup seminar later. Kind of keep an eye out for that if anybody wants one of those. Any other questions? Last call for questions for white light. Otherwise, if you think of something afterwards, please let me know. You can always email us, and I would be happy to send you more information or address any of those products. We can give you more details about how to use things or how the products might work. Please do take a look at our website under the training segment. We have a white light video. I think that's going to address any lingering questions you may have about how to use the product, what are the steps. I kind of went over it quickly because it's a little bit harder if you're not actually doing the facial, but that should give you some idea of how to do step by step. And in the meantime, if you have any questions, you can always email us. We're happy to answer. We are hoping that we can open up our stores soon. As I mentioned, we are kind of looking at it on a case-by-case basis. Unfortunately, things in the GTA don't look so hot right now in terms of Corona, so we're just waiting to see what we can do there. In the meantime, we've brought back more of our staff to help with online orders with shipping, so our shipping time has been sped up a little bit. Thank you everyone for your patience over this period of time. I know it hasn't been easy waiting longer than usual for your orders. We've been able to bring back a few more staff, so we're able to speed up our processes. And yeah, in the meantime, if you have any questions, please let us know. Otherwise, next Wednesday, we'll be doing another webinar. Haven't decided yet if it's going to be soothing or perhaps we'll do something on makeup, makeup knowledge. I'll see what we're doing. So please look out for that. We'll be sending an email shortly. Other than that, thank you so much for joining, and we hope to see you next week. Have a great day.